guys, welcome back to another video. I am Victoria if you don't know me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really excited about this video, like I always say, but we're going to try to follow my TBR that I said at the beginning of this month. It's very ambitious, but I want to get through all of the summer books that I need to get through before the end of summer. I'm already thinking about fall. I have so many options, but let's look at the ones that are on my priority list right now so we can choose. I have Cupid 13, The Love of My Afterlife, and Dance of Thieves. These are the ones that I need to get through right now. I should read The Love of My Afterlife because first, it's so short, and second, this is a book club pick for the book club that I'm in for August. I know this book is like not gonna change my life. Very silly if you read the premise, which I will read in a moment. Very silly, non-serious. So if she wasn't that already, Delphi would be dying of embarrassment. Not only did she just die by choking on a microwavable burger, she's also now standing on her sparkle and shine 90 in front of the hottest man she's ever seen, and he's smiling at her. As they start to chat, everything else becomes background noise. That is, until someone comes running through a door yelling something about a huge mistake and sends the dreamy stranger back down to earth. And here, Delphi was thinking her luck might be different in the afterlife. When Delphi is offered a deal in which she can return to Earth and reconnect with the mysterious man, she jumps at the opportunity to find her possible soulmate and a fresh start, but to find him in a city of millions. Delphi is going to have to listen to her heart, learn to ask for help, and perhaps even see the magic in the life she's leaving behind. I feel like this is going to have like life lessons, so I feel like this is going to be such a fast-paced read and good book to read. So this will be the book that I will be reading first. Hi guys, a lot has happened since I last saw you. I fell asleep while I was trying to start the book, but I finally started it, and I'm 88 pages in. This book is very silly and very unserious, which I knew from the get on because a friend told me, and I went into it with that in my mind. I'm literally falling asleep again. I'm enjoying it. She's very quirky, but in like a good way that she's not annoying me, and like I said, she's very silly. I also have like a crush on another person, not the person that I'm supposed to have a crush on. The only thing that I have to like complain is that she's in love with him, with the male main character, from just meeting like him for like a minute. I don't know, but they had really good chemistry though, and really good banter. So yeah, it's not really a complaint. I'm going to take my makeup off, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow and update you guys on what I'm going to read. I need to edit as well because I need to post a video on Sunday. I'm gonna do a little update before I finish the book. I think I have like 100 pages to read. My thoughts so far: I really like the plot twist, and thank God she did that, because if not, I would have hated this book. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. It was so good, that plot twist. Even though I saw it coming, it was really predictable, but I really like that change. And I really liked, I don't want to say his name. I really like the other main character. I feel like they're just really good for each other, and yeah, I'm not obsessed with the book. It's not life-changing or anything. Like the other half of the book was so much better and so much fast-paced, and it got better. I'm going to finish and I'll let you guys know how everything ended and my final review. I finished the book. Okay, this is definitely 3.5 for me. It didn't change my life. I really like the character. I don't think there was anything that annoyed me now that I'm thinking about it, and it was just so cute. The characters were, I really liked them, his backstory and everything, and how they were just good together. Their banter was so good. Delphi's inner thoughts were so funny and so random. My only complaint, I would say, that at the beginning I was just not really interested. The plot twist at the end, I did not see it coming. And yeah, overall I really enjoyed this. It's such a fast-paced and fun to read book with such a unique premise. I think I said at the beginning while reading the premise that this maybe would have some life lessons, and it did. I really enjoyed that the author put that part in here, that it was just not about the romance, but it was also about the main character. And I think like I really related to those life lessons and what she'll learn. I think I did learn with that. I think that's the only way I would remember this book, about those life lessons and what it teach me about enjoying life and living it to the fullest. It could be very cliche, but it was just the way that it was put on this book. I really enjoyed that. If you saw me crying, you didn't. There were just some things. Like I said, he had me just with some things. Now I'm wondering, like, I have no idea what I'm going to read next. We can see the options that I have. Should I read Little Woman, Dance of Thieves, or Keeping 13? I know I said in my last reading blog that I'm not mentally stable to be reading Keeping 13, but I think I definitely should. I feel like this is my favorite place to film, just because I have so much lighting, but at the same time so cute, it's natural, and I have like a place to set up my phone. Anyways, I'm talking too much. So one of the books that I had on my TBR, it's Keeping 13. If you guys know, I love Binding 13, and I've just been putting this book off just because it's so long, so emotional. Like, I need to be mentally ready to read this, just because I know it's gonna put me in a mental head space that I just don't want to be in. But at the same time, like, these characters are so comforting to me, and I love them so much, and they're so precious. It's like coming home to these characters, and I'm so excited to finish their story and just seeing them happy and see just how everything's going to be solved. But I don't know, it's just I kind of need to force myself to read this, just because I know it's hard to read, and I need to know what will happen. I just can't keep up with it not knowing. So this is what I'm going to be reading next. Finally, I get to read about them again. This is such a long book that I don't even know when I will have time to finish it. Hi guys, I've been reading on my iPad. My Kindle ran out of battery when I was finishing another book, and then I had to read this on my iPad, but I actually love it so much. It's just so big, the letters like so clear, it's just so good. I honestly love it. So I'm gonna keep reading here until I run out of battery here too. And yeah, my update with this is just so hard reading this. I've been crying non-stop with this book, and I'm only 54 pages in. It just started while we left Binding 13, and it was so hard reading that scene, and then the aftermath and everything. It's just been a lot. I hate Darin. Hi guys, I don't have much to update you guys on, just because I'm just trying to process what I'm reading, because it is a lot, and I just got to a part that I know something's gonna happen, so I just want to film that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it is very long, and I just don't know what my thought process is just yet, just because there's so many things happening at once, and I'm just trying to like process everything that's happening while I'm reading. It is a lot, but I think I can finish today. I've been liking it though. Like, just from like the first chapter, I just knew I was gonna love this book, just because I love these characters. I'm gonna keep reading, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. Hi guys, I'm coming right here to tell you that yesterday night I finished Keeping 13 and this was so good. I gave this a 4.75. I love this book. I gave this the same rating that I gave it to Binding 13, but I feel like I love this one more. Like, Johnny in this book was the best. Shannon was the best. Like, how she was standing up for herself was the best thing ever that I could have asked for. I love this book. I love the characters. I loved the storytelling. The writing is just so easy to read, and I love the side characters so much. My only thing why I didn't give it a 5 stars, but honestly my head is a 5 stars. Just keep that in mind. It's just that it was so long. This was like so long, and it was just so many like scenes that just, even though I enjoyed most of these scenes, I could totally think that it could have been shorter, but I love them so much. I feel like how everything was dealt with was so good. I love them. I don't have anything else to say because I don't have complaints. I just you just go and read it. That's, yeah. Bye. I started this just right now, and just for like the very first page I had to get up from my bed and I had to get a pen because I needed to underline some things. And just from this first page I just know I'm gonna really like this book. It's just the writing, I really like it, and I don't know, I wanted something like that right now. I'm really glad I picked this up, and yeah, I don't have much else to say. It's really early, so I'm just gonna keep reading and I'll update you guys once, I don't know, I read more. Hello you guys, now that I'm into the 140 page mark, I just wanted to come in here, give you a little update and tell you what this book is about. This is my first book by, I got the hiccups. This is my first Frederick Backman book, and my first impression going into this book is that I love the writing. It's so easy to read, but it's also kind of just like talking to you, and the metaphors that he uses and just how he forms sentences. I just been loving that. I just didn't think it was going to be like that going into this book. There's also like a silly tone into this book. It's just like, I don't know, silly characters. I just don't know how he writes something so deep but at the same time so silly, and it has so many like insights into life, being a parent, being a human being, making mistakes and everything. This is about a bank robbery turned into a hostage drama, which happens in an apartment viewing, and you get glances of the people's life that are in this apartment viewing, and secrets are revealed while they're also trying to like know what's happening in this. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I've been loving the writing and the storytelling, and the premise is just interesting, and I just heard many good reviews about this. I want to finish it today, but I don't know if I will. I think my next update will be when I finish this, but I'll let you guys know. Hello you guys, I finally finished Anxious People. I need to take this pen off here because I finished it on my Kindle, so don't think I'm lying because I did finish it. And I'm feeling quite conflicted with this book just because, like I said on my last update, this is so beautiful reading, and like I want to know, I want to be inside his brain and just see how he wrote this book. Is just, I feel like this book, like the storytelling, just how he manages to form sentences is just very, not even poetic, but it's just very I can't talk right now. Just the way that he forms sentences is just so unique, and I really like. I'm just obsessed with his writing style, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Even though this just wasn't my favorite, I feel like it could be yours. I'm giving this a 3.75. Let me explain why it's not a 4 stars. I was so done with the characters. I was so over the characters.
the beginning of the story, and we get an explanation at the ending. And I don't want to spoil anything for you guys because it'll be a spoiler, because the way that the characters acted, it has a purpose and it just makes sense at the end, and how everything connects. And just, this starts as a bank robbery, but it turns into a hostage drama in an apartment viewing. But then all of the characters get so connected, and they start revealing secrets, and they form this connection just from this event. And it's just also, like I said, it's about this profound story about other people that you don't even know where the story is gonna go, but then at the ending everything connects. It gets to a point that it's so profound and it's so deep, but at the same time Fredrik Backman just finds a way to make this story to feel so silly at the same time, and the characters were really idiots, and that's a theme of this book. And I really love the portrayal of everything. And yes, this is a 3.75 just because the characters annoyed me a little, and I totally understand the purpose of the author doing this, but it drove me crazy. The final book that we're going to be reading is a book that I've been waiting for months, and it finally came out today. Obviously I went to get it. It's Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. If you guys know, I love Elsie Silver and her writing, her characters, the setting, everything that Elsie Silver creates is just honestly so good to me. This is the second book in the Rose Hill series. I read the first one, which is Wild Love. I loved it. I gave it a 4.75, and this one I just heard many great reviews about this. I just don't think I heard anyone who didn't like it. And look how perfect they look. Obviously I'm going to tab it, and I chose already all the tabs that I'm going to be using, and I'm just so excited about this and Weston because I read little things about this book and it's promising. I wish I could go into with no expectation, but I have expectations about this just because how do I not? So yeah, that's what I will be reading next, and I'll let you guys know if there's something that you guys need to know. I am only 4 pages in, and I'm just obsessed with this man. This man said, "Good girl, you're doing so well." Any other time I laugh at myself for talking to this woman like a horse, but in this moment my skin hums with tension and my muscles coil as though ready to spring into action. I love him already. I love Skylar so much. She's just so relatable, and I only read like 2 pages from her chapter, but I just already love her and her inner monologue. She's funny too. I know I'm going to just love this book. First, just because it's Elsie Silver. Second, is because it's Rosie Hill. Third, just because I just know it, and I know what I like, and I know this is what I like. I'm only 4 chapters in, and I just feeling on my bones. This is just giving a little bit of done and dusted because she's going to the country life to just have a break, heal in a way, and find herself. And it's also giving Swift and Saddle because of the forced proximity. They're going to be living in the same place, and it's just giving all the vibes that I love. It's just giving the best, and I love Elsie's writing. It's just so easy to read, and the banter is just like, I know I just only read 4 chapters, but it's just giving what I wanted to give, and like I knew I was gonna love it, but it's just like the reading is giving me this feeling that I know I'm gonna love it. Is it going to be a 5-star? I don't want to say it, but it could be. I'm gonna keep reading. Hello guys, I finished Wild Eyes and I just forgot to update you and just tell you everything about it. So I'm doing it days later, and this book was so good. I didn't really like the trope of pop star, you know, going into like this small town and everything. It's not my favorite. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that it's not my favorite. I think I read, I'm trying to look at my bookshelf so I can know which ones I read, but I can't remember anything. I read When in Rome, and that wasn't my favorite book. It was a cute read, but like the trope, it isn't my favorite. I don't know what Elsie Silver did in this or does in her books, but every single trope that I don't like or I hate, she just makes it better and so good that I even love the book so much. It happened with Reckless, and I just don't know what she puts in her books that I love them every single time. So I love Sky. She was, I don't know, I just kind of felt a lot for her and her backstory and just how she bonded with the kids and how she loved them regardless of anything. How she was like also with West, don't get me started on him because I loved him so much. He was truly like, he's one of my top boyfriends now that I got to like read about him. And I just love a golden retriever. I just loved it. And I felt like he was a little bit of like a mix between Kate and Theo, even though Kate is like more grumpy, but like I don't know, I just felt like there was a mix between them. And then there's West. He was the best. Like not only like I love the romance and how it developed, like first the friendship and then the romance, and I just love how they treated each other, and I adored so much how West takes care of his kids and how he also protects them and values their opinion and just their relationship in itself. I love the kids as well, like their personalities were so good, how he was just so protective, but at the same time like letting her be herself and find herself. The other side plot of also hair healing and the character development was truly the best. I love the ending. The ending was just chef's kiss for me. I also love seeing all the characters from Wild Eyes. It was so good because I love them too. And I just enjoyed all the moments in this book. Like there was not once that I saw myself getting bored or getting like I didn't want to read it or I didn't, you know, there was never that time with this book. And how this book was just reading for all the daddy issues girls and how West just like kind of cured them. Like who said therapy was needed because we have West, literally. Anyways, but with that being said, I did give it a 5 stars. I didn't think I was gonna find a 5 stars in this book. Actually, I never planned to read this book in this reading blog, so I guess that worked out really well for me. I don't know, I was just itching for a 5 star, and this was just what I needed in the moment, and it was the best feeling ever. Like I haven't had a 5 star since July, I want to say. I don't know, I've been craving one. I had like 4.75s this month, but well, in August, but it was just what I needed in the moment, and it was so good. If you get one thing from this reading blog is that you should definitely read Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. You should read any Elsie Silver book. That's, yeah. I just realized that I talked about this book for like 10 minutes straight. I never picked it up, never showed it, so I'll just put it here on the screen. Also, can we talk about this cover? So cute. I thought this was some dirt on it, but it's not. It's literally that way because of like all the cowboy things and just like the rustic vibes. And I'm so excited for the next book in this series because it just feels gonna be really good. But let's do a small recap of all the books that I read in this reading blog. First, I read The Love of My Afterlife. This was an okay read. I initially gave this a 3.5, but I changed it to a 3. Like a week after I read it, I changed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I feel like this is more like a rom-com-y type, and it's so short. You should just use it as a palate cleanser because that's what it was for me and that's what it did. Actually, after that, I tried to read Dance of Thieves, and I didn't even got any footage of that because I soft DNF'd it. I was starting school, I was doing some other things, and I just wasn't in the mood for that. So that one was a soft DNF. And then I read Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. This so good, 4.75. Love the book, love the characters so much. They're just like comfort characters for me at this point. And this book literally destroyed me, but it also healed me in some ways. Then I read Anxious People by Frederick Backman. I gave this a 3.75. It was an okay read. Loved the writing. The plot was really good too, and like the storyline was really, really good. The premise. It's just the characters bother me a little bit at the beginning. But don't think I'm not recommending this book, because I think some people will love this book, and yeah, you should definitely check it out. Then I read Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver, which I just talked about, but this was a 5 stars. Nothing else that I can say for this. That's all I have for you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff that you know how to do. Bye.